Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the smart world around us by Smart-EDU Hub. This is our 18th discussion, and today we're diving into a really fascinating topic, a blueprint for a green energy revolution in Romania. We're going to break down how the country could build a sustainable industrial future, quite literally, from the ground up.
Now, everything we're talking about today is based on the fantastic research article, Energy Ecosystems Layered Over Hydrogen Valleys for Sustainable Smart Communities, which was authored by Stoicescu, Cătălin Vrabie, and Teodora Bițoiu. We're going to pull out all the key ideas for you, but if you want to do a deep dive yourself, we've put a link to the full paper right there in the description below.
So, this really is the big question, isn't it? For a country like Romania, the challenge is absolutely massive. How do you take your heavy industry and line it all up with the European Green Deal? We're not talking about small tweaks here and there. This is a complete top-to-bottom transformation. And the research we're looking at today proposes a really interesting answer.
At the heart of it all is a solution they call a hydrogen valley. Now, this isn't just one single piece of tech, it's actually a whole strategy that combines two super powerful concepts to create an entirely new industrial landscape. So, let's break down exactly what that means.
First up, the absolute star of the show, green hydrogen. The concept is actually beautifully simple. You take renewable electricity, from wind or solar, and you use it to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. What you get is a powerful, totally clean fuel that can power heavy industry, everything from steel mills to transport with zero pollution. It's a total game changer.
And this is where it all comes together in what's called an energy ecosystem. The best way to think about it is like a local farm-to-table model, but for energy. You generate green power right there, you use it to produce green hydrogen on-site, and then you supply that hydrogen directly to the industries right next door. It creates this perfect, self-sustaining, clean energy loop.
But hey, this isn't just theory floating around in a paper. The research actually pinpoints specific regions in Romania that are absolutely perfect for this kind of model. So let's take a quick virtual tour and see what these ecosystems could really look like starting right on the coast. So our first stop is what the paper calls the coastal powerhouse, which is centered around cities like Constanța and Medgidia. Its location, right on the Black Sea, gives it some incredible, totally unique advantages.
And just look at everything this region brings to the table. It's like a perfect storm of opportunity. You've got major ports for logistics, absolutely massive wind potential, and even a nuclear plant for clean, reliable energy. And, this is critical, it's also home to the country's two largest oil refineries. These are huge energy consumers, making them prime candidates for this kind of transition.
And listen, this isn't just a dream on paper. There is serious money backing this vision. A €3 billion EU grant has just gotten the green light to support major renewable projects right here, including a huge offshore wind farm. That level of investment is a massive signal that the coastal powerhouse is on the fast track to becoming a green energy reality.
Okay, let's head inland for our next stop, the industrial heartland. This is a really densely populated region, covering cities like Timișoara and Cluj-Napoca, and it presents a different, but just as powerful, set of strengths for a hydrogen valley.
So what makes this region so special? Well, it's all about connectivity and industry. With 6 international airports and a rail network that's getting modernized, logistics are a huge plus. It's already a hub for the exact industries, we're talking steel, cement, chemicals, that need green hydrogen the most. On top of that, major players in the gas industry like Linde and Air Liquide are already on the ground there.
And if we zoom in a bit, you can see that renewable energy development is already just exploding here. The reshape region alone has over 1,000 megawatts of new wind and solar projects in the works. That's the raw green electricity that you need to fuel all that future hydrogen production.
All right, let's zoom back out for a second. We've seen the incredible potential on the ground, but building this future isn't going to be a walk in the park. The road ahead is really a mix of some pretty significant hurdles and some really powerful opportunities. The path forward is a real balancing act. On one side, Romania has to fix things like a flawed permitting system, build new infrastructure, and pass key laws like guarantees of origin, which are basically just official certificates that prove your hydrogen is actually the green stuff. But on the other side, the tailwinds are huge. Access to EU funds, new laws to speed up development, and massive potential for public-private partnerships.
So, where do you even start with all this? The research is crystal clear. You focus on the biggest emitters first. The steel and cement industries are the perfect candidates. They use a ton of energy,
And switching to green hydrogen isn't just a small improvement, it's a complete revolution in their ability to operate sustainably.
And that brings us to our final, and maybe most crucial question. The tech is there. The money is starting to arrive. The strategic blueprint is on the table. But success now really hinges on collaboration. Can all the different players, government, private industry, local communities, can they all work together to turn this incredibly ambitious vision into a reality?
And that's our look at Romania's green hydrogen blueprint. The plan is ambitious, for sure, and the real test will be turning it into reality. If you found this explainer insightful, please be sure to like and subscribe to the Smart-EDU Hub channel to be the first to enjoy new podcasts.
And one last time, if you want to explore this topic even more, remember that a link to the full research article can be found in the description below. Thanks for joining us.